Kind of say that we're in the bread business from seed to breed to feed.
Oh.
Farm to loaf.
Farm to loaf, yeah. Better uniter than food, and
and pizza in particular.
And pizza in particular, so.
So I'm here with Courtney and Jacob Kogel, the owners and operators of Prairie Heritage Farm.
And Blue Truck Bread.
And Blue Truck Bread. Mm-hmm.
We have 2 kids. Willa is almost 8, she's 7, and Eli just turned 5.
Desire to be back home, closer to family, and be back home, we decided to take the plunge and move back and start a farm.
And what we found when we got here was that narrative that we had been hearing about, the kind of this rural flight, was the trend was starting to go backward. And so when we got here, we noticed that there were a lot of other people like us, boomerang kids, who had left and come back, and lots of young families moving back into the area because they liked the space and the good schools and that sense of community that's kind of difficult to find in other places in the country.
Yeah. So you have for 30 acres in Montana, you have a real diverse operation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we grow fresh vegetables, fresh produce, I guess, since we're doing a little bit of fruit too. And then heritage and ancient grains, and then the bakery, which this is the baker.
And we do some seed crops too. So a lot of the garlic is for seed, and we're growing. We're a member of the Triple Divide Organic Seeds Cooperative, which is a cooperative we helped found along, or with maybe about half a dozen other farmers across the state. And so we cooperatively grow organic vegetable seed for retail packets.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So how many types of grain do you grow?
I'm gonna laugh at this, but I bet we have about 5 acres.
Okay.
Yeah. Of well over 1,800 different varieties.
Wow.
And I'll explain that. So I planted over 1,000 varieties all in one block. And the idea is to create an evolutionary population, a mixed, diverse population of bread wheat that's going to, nature's going to do a lot of the selection for me. And over time, it will be a population of bread wheat that is adapted to this particular place.
Wow.
So when I say 1,800, it's mostly in that plot. Otherwise, we have maybe 12 to 13 different varieties in the plant.
So your bakery, was that something you stumbled upon, or was that something that was always planned?
Definitely a stumble upon. I've been baking since we started farming. My dad baked a lot when we were kids, and so that was always part of it. Mm-hmm. Been baking since we started farming and just kind of experimenting on the side with sourdough bread. And a couple of years ago, I decided to try to learn it better, the sourdough process, which can be a pretty complicated process, and sold some at farmers market and got some good feedback, and so it's grown from there.
So if people want to find you and find your product, what's the best path?
The one of many paths would be the farmers market on Saturdays in downtown Great Falls. Certainly Electric City Coffee downtown, 2J's Fresh Market.
And then we also just started an on-farm store here on Fridays from noon to 6. You can come out to the farm and pick up bread here. This drive to feed our community, and also we're really interested in, we say that our bread is made of Montana because it pulls from its leaven from the wild Montana skies, and it tastes like the soil that we grow it in. It doesn't taste like soil, but you get my meaning. We like this idea of kind of the French idea of terroir, which means taste of place. So we like to say that our bread and our vegetables are made of Montana because we feel like this landscape shaped us really dramatically, and we know that it shapes the food as well. We just listed our Airbnb, and coming this summer, we're really excited about this. We're going to do community pizza nights here on the farm, so we're building a wood-fired oven right next to the bakery here, and we're thinking about our farm more and more as a community space for people to gather. There's no better uniter than food, And
Yeah.
so,
And pizza in particular.
and pizza in particular. So we're pretty excited about that.
Can we